Hi,
How are you?
I'm here and I'm so excited. This is great.
Oh, welcome to episode 1.
I know. Can you believe?
So, should we start with a question?
Girl, just jump right into it. Why
Okay.
not?
So, why did we do this podcast?
The podcast, the
Yes.
whole podcast?
The whole podcast. Why are we doing this?
Because this topic really deserves someone to have the time to go through and really think about what is really happening with their life right now.
We love it. All right, end of episode. No, I'm just kidding. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. I am Geovanna Burgess White,
I'm Yvette Valdenegro.
and we're so happy to have episode 1 of what is happening with my life right now. And really, we're going to talk about what we're going to be talking about this year. It's a full year. We're going to have 2 episodes a month, and we will start with us, and then we will have a guest. So our guest will be talking about the topic of the month. And I think for us, it's really important that not only have we been doing this for 5 years, and I feel like we've had some really strong episodes on relationships with self, relationship with time, relationship with money, which is what we're known for. But now we're going that extra layer. We wrote a book. You wrote a book for us. We did a read along. We're getting the book translated. It's almost done. I'm working on that right now.
In Spanish.
In Spanish. And so we have seen the need. We've heard the need. We've done retreats. We've done conferences. We've coached over 100 plus women. We have a beautiful community of an
Absolutely.
in-person community and an online community. And literally, we see you and we hear you. And so this podcast is that.
It's like a beautiful blanket of the basics that we're wrapping all of that into one and then just having conversations and dialogues as far as like what's really happening. How does what we teach translate into real life? And then how are people really, I don't want to say using that material, but actually really using it to strengthen their lives, to become better versions of themselves in real practical ways so that someone can go, I can do that too.
I think the best way, and I was on a call this morning, on a Zoom this morning, is like we are simplifying for women. Men can use this too, but we're simplifying being able to be okay.
Yeah.
And move on with our life.
Yeah.
And I think there's so many things right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's so many things in the coaching world and the wellness world. There's the spiritual aspect. There's a religious, there's the woo-woo aspect. We are like the everyday woman aspect. And I feel like that woman kind of got left behind. And when I see her, she's like the Gen Z woman, maybe some millennials, but she's had the kids. Her husband's retiring. She's going through an identity loss. And I feel like that woman has kind of been going, now, what do I need to do now? And we're the simple voice of reason going, hey, it's okay. B, you're not alone. And C, we're going to give you this podcast so that you can see it, feel it, hear it from other women and say, okay, what can I take away today? The one thing that I'm going to do this month, not even today. And how can we help you? YGC help you really start to believe in who you're becoming? Because we feel lost, but it's not being lost. It's like being realigned. We're realigning ourselves with the season that we're in, and that's what we're here to do.
I 100% agree. And I feel like on the complete other side of that perspective or spectrum is exactly the woman that you just described, only she's actually doing it all. Mm-hmm. She's the one in her family that's the glue. Mm. She's the one that's holding it all together. Yes. And I do mean financially, yes, emotionally, with the kids or not kids, but she's the one making decisions, or she's feeling alone and isolated because she wishes she was with someone who's helping her make decisions, or maybe she felt like she lost herself along the way and doesn't really know where to kind of start or begin. And when she kind of goes out and goes, well, okay, where do I go for help? Or we all go to our phones first. Google, help me this, or, get going on social media, that sure, is advice out there, but something that she can attach herself to say, I identify with that. That seems very simple to me, and they understand where I'm coming from. Yeah. So again, I feel like these conversations are going to be that for the women listening. Like, okay, almost like they're sitting right here.
I was going to say the couch conversation.
Yeah, just sitting here with us. Yes. Like and Geo, which everybody we're going to say this over and over and over. We know and we understand. So we're not preaching. We're not coming at this as like we think we know everything. We've already embodied all of this and continue to embody everything that we teach.
And
our
do.
clients and do.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
And you said something earlier about there's so much noise about what you can be doing, mental health, coaching, investing your time, investing your money, but it's like, where do you start? And we've realized this over the 5 years we've been doing this, that it's like, no one is going to just wake up and go, oh my God, so worth time and money and investing in myself. And I can't wait to go get a coach, and I can't wait to go get a therapist, and I can't wait to go get my panels done. Like, no woman is doing that. So this is kind of like dipping your toe in what is coaching, why it's important to invest in yourself emotionally, physically, mentally. And we're giving you the tips, the tools, the resources, and we get it. It's an investment. Like, we've gone through it. We see our clients go through it, but this is the way where you can hear us, you can listen to us, you can read the book, you can listen to the read along. If you're on social media, which we all are, and here's the thing, I noticed my algorithm in the last year changed completely. So when I am on, it's positive. I'm learning, and I'm also putting a timer on. Like, I'm very disciplined now with social media. So we're hoping that these reels and these teasers get more of it. So like, you and I both watch Mel, right? I watch Jay Shetty. So when I'm on my Instagram, I'm being poured in with love and nurture and education. And so that's what this podcast is. It's exactly like real, authentic. If you didn't watch the trailer, there is no edits. Okay, so the bloopers will be on here.
I was going to say right now we're being very good too.
Yes, there's no edits. We'll be snorting. We'll be, okay, we got to redo that again.
No,
So
Gio will be snorting.
everything is what you see is what you get, but that's life. And I think, especially moving into AI and like the studies that people are doing, like, we're so disconnected, and there's so many things that Yvette and I are just bringing you back to reality. We know what you're going through. We're still in it. We're not perfect, but we're teaching you how to be in your seasons of life. I think that's the most important thing. And then how to really just pat yourself on the back, give yourself grace, pause, which maybe we should do a pause right now.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I'm going to pause right now. If you're watching this for the first time and you love this, we would love for you to share it. Like it, share it, comment. We are interactive speakers. We're interactive coaches. So the whole point of this podcast is for you to share this with a friend, or even just save it for later. If you're like, I don't have time right now. I know you guys are saying that. Save this, go back to it, put it in your calendar, and just say, once a week or once a month, I'm going to listen to this podcast, or grab the book, listen to the book. So we are here to meet you wherever you are, but just know that we just came out of a season of pause. I think we're still in it. And we want to teach you how to do that and not feel guilty.
Okay, well, I think if I was listening, I'd go, what the heck do they mean by a pause?
Yes.
I really just want to say pause is really what it means is pretty basic, stopping, but it's not you just stop. It's trying to just be in the present moment. So whether that's breathing, literally focusing on something, taking a walk, getting up from your desk, if you're at your desk right now, just standing up, it's coming back to who you are. It's because our minds, especially during the day, go crazy. You could be sitting doing just one thing at work right now, or taking care of your kids right now, but in the back of your brain, there are probably 100 different lists and things to do. And when I get in my car, I need to talk to so-and-so, and don't forget to pick up all the things, but you are doing the one thing at the moment, right?
Yep.
This just allows you to refocus and hone in on just like grounding yourself again to say, okay, what am I really supposed to be doing right now? And being in the moment.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very
hard thing to do.
It's a hard thing to do. I know when I first started doing it, I was like, oh my God, there's too many squirrels in my head to ground and just be quiet.
Yeah.
Well, Yvette, to be quiet. But I've learned, and it takes practice and it takes time, that those are the moments that I enjoy the most, because then all of a sudden I realize, no, I'm good. Or it helps me to focus in back on, what am I trying to do right now? What is my purpose? What am I focused in on? And what am I trying to accomplish in this moment? And am I doing that?
Yeah.
And if not, then what little thing can I do just to shift it?
I know I kind of want to give an example, but I don't want everyone to hate us on our first episode. But I'm going to do it.
I was going to say, you're going to refrain. Okay, go for it, Gio. Go into it. This is what this is for.
If you don't know how, the number one thing I would do is just leave your phone somewhere else. Yesterday, I was outside with the baby. For those of you guys who don't know, I don't have a baby, but I watch Carter Ray every Monday. He's 2.5 now. And he wanted to go outside for I don't even know what it was. And then he saw his tricycle. So we got on his tricycle. And then from his tricycle, he's like, let's go to the park. And you know what I said? What Gigi said? I don't have my phone. That's like literally what went in my head. I said, I don't have my phone. But he was like ready to go to the park in his tricycle. I was like, okay, do I need my phone? Like the park is like a street over. So I didn't take my phone. First of all, I don't even know how long we were there for.
That's great.
Second of all, I had so much fun just like being. First of all, he doesn't know how to do the tricycle. So that one street, I was like, oh.
Gigi's back.
Yes. And so I had to like put the tricycle up and like push him the whole way. So I got my workout. But it was so nice. When I came back, Bailey was like, where have you been? We've been looking for you. My sister called me 3 times. By not having my phone, I was able to spend, I don't know how long I was there, but it was so nice. And it is the hardest thing. I have been putting my phone down. I think I'm like at 4 hours of phone usage time a day, which is crazy. It's half. But just doing that has given me pause, relief. I can breathe. I'm actually watching the show. I'm actually cooking in the kitchen, which by the way, I don't like to cook. I'm doing all these things. And I said, when we go back to work, I'm not going to allow the phone to take away the time and being present and pausing.
Yeah.
It's just been great. So I know that was a hard one, guys.
Okay, it may be hard, but here's the reality. Well, I guess I'm speaking to me because I'm a little older. I didn't grow up with a phone.
Right.
We didn't have phones. So it's crazy how over time a behavior and a pattern has set in, and now it's created a space where it's almost like an extra appendage.
It's an unhealthy relationship.
And if it's not attached to you,
Yes.
then you feel like I'm naked or someone took something off my body. But in all reality, first of all, we're not born with phones. But for someone who's my age, we didn't have phones.
No.
And by the way, if you had to call someone, you had to go in the kitchen where it was mounted on the wall, where everybody could hear your conversation. And the communication was fast, simple, and you got off the phone. You didn't hang out on, well,
and
kind of hang
the
out on the
sun's
phone.
going down, you know it's time to go home.
Yes.
That's
and you
how
were
I knew it was
outside
time.
playing. You were using your creative brain. It's just, and we could go on and on about that. But yes, and no, we're not saying to go back to those days. It's just
go get a landline and
yeah. It's just the idea of if you are literally attached to your phone and it makes you feel a certain way emotionally, you have to check yourself. What is that emotion? And if it's anything that's veering on the side of not a positive feeling, then that is your indication it's controlling you.
Yep.
You are not controlling it.
Yep. Well, we kind of went off track,
Woo.
but I like it. I like
Right.
it. Okay, well, one of the things that we want to talk about is coaching supports confidence, boundaries, clarity, purpose. I know that's a lot, but boundaries, number one. If we're going to teach you anything, and again, I was just listening to Mel, and it's crazy because we teach our clients boundaries. We hear about the boundaries. The boundaries don't work if they're not clear to you and you're not telling them to yourself, and you're not.
Or you don't even know how to create them.
Right. So we are going to help with simple boundaries. Like right now, the phone was a perfect simple boundary. It is hard, but I can look at yesterday and go, oh my God, I had such a great time with my nephew. I can also tell you I'm sleeping way better too because I'm not on my phone right before I go to bed. So just like little practical things, but saying no. We're gonna talk a lot this year about saying no, protecting your peace, protecting your time, protecting your calendar. But I really wanted to talk about that because if you don't have a coach and you're not ready to invest in a coach, we're gonna teach you how to self-coach because that's really what you're doing. And again, a lot of you are gonna be like, I don't even know what that means. No worries. If you're watching this, we're gonna help you. You can pick up a copy of the book. That's gonna help you. There's previous episodes that we've done about boundaries, but just know that really after really starting your day and ending your day with you, boundaries I think to me are like the number 2, 3 most important things to start setting, even if it's just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. But I do want to say this. I think that people have this idea. It's almost like back in the day when someone would go, oh yeah, I'm going to my therapist. Oh, you have a therapist? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I do feel like people have this misnomer that if you have a coach, there must be something wrong in your business, in your marriage, with yourself, with your and that is not the case.
No.
I think it's actually completely opposite. And I do believe that even with therapy.
Yeah.
I feel like now when I hear someone say, I have a therapist, I have a counselor, I've got a coach, I go, you've been honoring yourself. You care about yourself enough to go outside and say, I want support. And secondly, I want to say this. If you have a coach or you feel like you need a coach, it doesn't mean that someone's going to fix you.
Oh yeah, no.
Because you're not broken.
No.
It's if I hear one of those again, like, oh my gosh, that person needs to get fixed. I mean, I think people are staying away from that because they don't want to get punched. But you're not being fixed. It's more like, well, actually, I was in a fender bender. and you're going to hear a lot about that because alignment to me right now is all about my spine. It's
Yes.
literally about my
You're
spine.
realigning your body.
My
Yes.
spine is completely out of alignment.
Yeah.
I am doing things to help course correct that because I want to sit up straight. I want to have better posture. I want to be able to move around and not in pain. It's the same thing. Literally.
Yeah.
The
And I
same
think
thing.
a lot of people wait for something to go wrong to get the
Yes.
coach, to get the therapist, to get. We're here to tell you, even though, again, I talked about this morning, even though Gen Z has been like our major player in what we do, we want to coach the younger generations to not become that. So we're preventing it. So there's like preventative care with healthcare. It's preventative.
yeah.
Coaching is preventative. Therapy is preventative. Just you're stacking your team, your A team for yourself to become the best version of you in the small amount of life that we have. So for us, like, I love what we do, but now we're starting to see the effects on the children of our clients and our children
And our children, for
who
sure.
are 17 through 32 and going, okay, obviously we both know we're making a huge change and we're part of this bigger movement that we can't even see, but the fact that our children are starting to go, I need to do that now. And that's an investment, right? And that's time, money, but they're healing themselves before something's even happening. And so I think in this, you're going to see this in not only our podcast, but in the things that we do throughout the year. But next month, we are actually going to be talking about that with one of our guests, like why it's important, why we think we're doing it, and then what actually happens, the transformation that becomes. I mean, I remember having my first coach 7-8 years ago now. I'm like, imagine if I wouldn't have done, we would not be here if I didn't believe in investing in myself. And that's even in our previous careers. I had, another coach. So it's like, I could not imagine the person I would have been.
Well, let's just be real. I've said this before. It's crazy to me in our culture. It's acceptable for a professional athlete or even CEOs or whatever. You hear, oh, they've got an executive coach. Nobody goes, oh, why? Or like a professional athlete. They have health and wellness trainers, psychologists who help them with their mindset. I mean, they have all the things. And of course, someone's going to go, but they can, afford it. It's the principle of, I mean, look at that money mindset.
Yeah.
So you're not allowing yourself to grow, expand, and be the best that you can be because you're already thinking it's all about money, right? But anyway, but they have, culturally, it's acceptable to have all those things, but yet people go, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, again, it goes to the value and what are you putting first in your life to make those choices and decisions, which is the whole thing, which goes into, which is a little bleep and a blurb, because I feel like when someone's listening to all this, when we talk about self, it really goes down to your personal identity, who you see yourself as, where you came from, and why you make the choices that you do. And we've all realized sometimes bouncing those things off of family, friends, and people who they know us. Obviously, they know us, and they do have their best interest in helping us make decisions. But sometimes they're a little foggy or they have their rose-colored glasses on because maybe they're helping us make decisions that they want us to make the decision and not necessarily what's best for us.
Well, and they're also going through their stuff.
And they're going through their stuff too. And they may not be able to see 360 all the way around you the way a coach can.
Yeah, which brings us into, we're also going to talk about success and what that actually means and what that looks like. I think you just said it with the athletes, right? Or with the CEOs. Success, for the most part, most people go, okay, that's money. And we do talk about self-time and money, but we're going to talk about like what success looks like now in a non-hustle culture with the new generations coming in, which we have an amazing little trailer of our trailblazers who taught us a lot about what they think success is and what they're doing, and really their growth mindset, their thought mindset on even starting a family and where they're working and who they're hanging out with. Like they're doing what we're teaching Gen Zs to do. They're doing it now. And they're also unapologetically, they don't care.
My favorite word of the year, by the way.
They don't care. They're like, we're going to do it. And I love that because there's no guilt. They do not feel guilty about it because they've seen us go through it. They don't want any of it. And for some of the parents are like, what are they talking about? They don't know what they're talking about. But I see it with my children. I see it with your children. I see it with the women's, our clients in our community and their children. I'm like, that's amazing. Like I strive for that. And it's a little bit harder now, but it's definitely doable. I love that my daughter and my son are going to be able to grow up and have that. and then what's going to happen in the generations to come. So we want
Right.
to talk about what success really means to you, and it's different for everyone. Like, to we used to think it was monetary. I was one of those people.
Well, here's the crazy thing. In all reality, most of our hearts say, if you actually lined up 100 women and said, what does success mean to you? I bet you most of them
It'll be
would not
different.
even say anything. Well, I think they wouldn't say anything about money.
Oh,
I
you-
think that they would say everything. Success to me would be being around my kids, my family, having
Time.
more, all the things. But that's not in alignment with what they're actually
Actually
doing.
Okay, yeah, that I think makes sense. But again, that's why we're doing the podcast.
Right. So it's like
like
we're saying
saying-
one thing, but completely doing
something.
another. And that's where the big gap is. And then people want, well, why when I go to bed am I stressed out? Why do I always feel anxiety? Why do I never feel like I'm content and happy? Why do I always feel like the world's coming at me? Why do I always feel like, because you are not in alignment with what you truly feel in your heart than what's really happening in your outside world.
That's because of all the things that they're seeing, all the noise. All the noise is
Yep.
making them want to do other things. So we're going to talk about that. Obviously, life work balance, but we like to call life work integration now, and just understanding. We obviously know that time, and we've seen it in the past 5 years. I think this last year, for the most part, we saw it a lot. The amount of time we gave back to ourselves, to our families, but really to ourselves, into being present in the moments.
When life is lifing
Yes.
and you need to be in the moment. Yes.
And also, I can say for me, I have not felt bad at all. Like the last 6 months, I was like, nope, I'm not doing that, because we're going to bring me to choosing joy. We are going to teach you how to choose joy. And if you're like, I don't even know what joy is, we're going to help you figuring out what joy is. But literally, even before we closed out our year, we closed out in November of every year. I think it was like September and October. October was a little rough. I should have said no more. But just from September and on, even though we have our calendar done, and I love a good calendar, I would still wake up on a Sunday or Monday and go, okay, let me look at the whole week. Is it doable? Do I like, because you can start to feel that, like, oh God, the holidays are coming. And say, you know what? I'm going to take that off my list. Or I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to, make sure that I un-RSVP, or I just say, you know what, Yvette, I'm not going to do this today. But I never felt bad.
Okay, I have a great example for
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
Okay.
So for I want to nail this tradition in our family where we have Christmas Eve that everybody comes to my house, and it's more of a dress up, and it's, I don't know, but it's like more cocktails
Ooh.
and canapes and
Yes.
that kind of fun
Little
vibe.
hors d'oeuvres.
Little hors d'oeuvres, yeah. But the point is,
Caviar on a chip.
oh my God, whatever we're gonna do. Okay, but this year I started hearing that we make tacos for Thanksgiving. We didn't get to do it, so I started hearing are you gonna make the traditional tacos? Can we not have this? Can we not? So then I was like, okay, I can shift it into more of a dinner, right? I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then some things came up, and then it turned into, it was 80 degrees here in Houston.
Yes.
And a couple days before, I turned to Charles and I just said, why don't we just make this more casual? It's tacos, for God's sake.
See?
I mean, why are we stressing?
Impromptu.
Yeah, why are we stressing out about why are we? And I'm like, who wants to come eat in formal wear or more dressed up and having tacos and stuff dripping? I go, it's finger food, it's fun, and if we make it more casual, then the atmosphere will be more casual, and everybody will just kind of de-stress. And it was like a no-brainer. It was like, and why are we setting up all these things? Let's just not. I mean, it's the point.
And
is
you don't feel
being,
bad.
Yeah, I did not feel bad.
It came
I
out
didn't
great.
feel as stressed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I have to say, shout out to my kids afterwards. I love them. They all got up and helped clean. I was like, oh my God, I'm done with life. I can just die right now. But it was so much more enjoyable. And again, talk about being in the moment and being back to the meaning of we're all here to be together. Yeah. It's not about the things. Yeah. And it didn't take away anything from what we were doing.
I agree, because it's a ripple effect. So like I said, I started looking at it September, and then October, and then November came, and I'm like, we had the best Thanksgiving, Christmas ever. Even with other people's schedules on online, but it was just like, you know what? Like, I had to let some stuff go. And even today, I woke up this morning, I think it's like daily now, and I'm looking at my calendar, not to be like, what is going on? I know what's going on, but I'm like, is this bringing me joy? And GG Mondays have always brought me joy, and I don't want them to go away, but it's like, to me, we want to teach it, and then it's okay to go back and change it. Like, nobody else is looking at your calendar like you are. And I know most of you guys are like, I don't even have a calendar. Don't worry, we're going to help you with that too. Okay. What else did we want to talk about before we close out this session? I love this mission, our mission invitation.
Go ahead.
All right. The podcast exists because life is messy and ever changing.
Oh, God knows, yes.
Yes, we're going to share tools. We're going to have very honest conversations. And we want to hear you and during sessions. So one of the things that we talked about in our trailer episode that we'll talk about every single episode at the end is this is interactive. So wherever you're watching, which either going to be Spotify or YouTube, you can answer the poll. There's questions on Spotify. You can also just leave a comment. And if you're watching the trailers or the teasers on Instagram or Facebook, this is where we want you to like, share, save them. Create a playlist and put YGC on there, because you're probably going to see this when you don't have time or you're not really listening to us, and you're going to go, okay, she's talking to me, Yvette's saying the things that I need to hear, go back to it. But the most important thing is that this is a place for you to interact, to ask us questions. If there's questions you want to ask our upcoming guest, if there's maybe a topic that you want us to add in, we are here for you. The most important thing I think I can say for you and for me is that people are not alone. Women are not alone. We see you. We hear you. And we want you to know that whatever it is, that we're here to help you.
I do want to add to your reaching out. If there is something that someone may feel a little embarrassed to ask, or they don't want to share personally, that they can reach out to us via email or DM us.
Yes.
Or
Yeah, we don't have to.
it doesn't have to be like
Public.
Yes, you can definitely. We're available, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd like to know who our busy bees are behind the scenes when everything has to do with social media, it's right there. And Geo's on it like you wouldn't believe.
Yes.
So you will get responded to, and it will be one of us who actually responds to what you are saying.
Yes. So we're here for you, and we never plug ourselves, and we're probably not going to plug ourselves for the rest of the season, so we'll do it here. If you do want to jump on a complimentary session, like we do that. So
Oh, no, I'm going to plug us.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. She's going to be our plugger. But we want to make sure that you know we're available. There's a link anywhere you're watching. If you're like, sometimes you just need to hear yourself. Jump on a call with us. It's 45 minutes. It's complimentary. And we're going to walk you through some of these things. You may have already heard in this episode: time, joy, boundaries, saying no. All of those things are real life things. Life is lifing, and we are here to help you and simplify them. And so just know that we're available for you. And we're going to start a tradition of a quote from our book after every episode.
I love it.
Are you loving this?
Yes, because
Okay.
that's what it's real. It's what it's all about.
Okay, and I love it because this is out of chapter 1. You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get it going. Show up today with a little more intention than yesterday. Speak one truth out loud. Say no where you're used to shrink, and trust that every time you choose her, you're becoming her. All right. Well, that was our very first episode. I obviously have to talk about sponsorships. If you want to sponsor an episode, just reach out. There's an application wherever you're watching. We are really looking for female founders, entrepreneurs, business owners who are in alignment with YGC. And if you don't know if that's you, then you can also jump on a call with us to see if either a full season works for you, or if you just want to sponsor a month under a topic of your choice. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, I really do want to say thank you, because I think we teach time, but time is a commodity. And the fact that whether you're in the car, walking, whatever it is, you're listening to us, we just want to say thank you, because we really do appreciate it.
Yes. Well, thank you for being here with me.
I was just going to say, appreciate you. We need a hug.
We will see you again next month. Bye.